Good morning. This is Dr. Timothy Scott Beck here at LifePoint Medical. It is March the 4th of 2024, and I want to say good morning to you and thank you for listening to me. Go ahead and talk about some things, get get my point over quick, and so we can all get back to our lives. So the biggest thing I want to talk about today is one of the issues that we have is around here that we're just going to try to help people is if you're coming in for a shot or something like that, and you're not coming in for a regularly scheduled visit, just be mindful that at the top of the hour, on the hour, is our busiest time in the office. In other words, and we shift all the patients from hour to hour or come in and out of our office. In other words, we try to get finished with every patient that we need within that hour of when their appointment is, and so they can be on their way. Okay, so if you're coming in for a shot like a semaglutide shot or an allergy shot or something like that, it's always going to be better if you come before the top of the hour or after the top of the hour. But coming right on the hour is when we're going to have at least 5, 6, 7 people checking in all at the same time. So that's just a tip for you to maybe to help with some efficiency around here. Plus, we are aware that right now there can be quite a line at the front desk as people are trying to check in. So we've been talking this morning about strategizing how we can do a little bit better job of that. So don't get frustrated with us. We're just trying to figure it out and get everybody in and get everybody seen promptly in an organized fashion. One thing that happens occasionally, and I want to just do that, is occasionally somebody will come into the office and they won't check in, okay? And they may sit somewhere where we can't see you. So if you come into the office and you're needing something and we don't get to you within 5 or 10 minutes of you sitting there, there's usually something wrong, okay? Either we don't know you're there or there's been some kind of delay, and it's perfectly reasonable for you to ask. I want you to ask. I want you to prompt us, hey, I've been sitting here for 10 minutes and nobody's talked to me, nobody's done anything like that. We want you taken care of, and we want you taken care of promptly. And it helps our workflow if we know you're there. We'll get you taken care of, okay? Because we're not going to leave without getting everybody taken care of, okay? So just help us out. Just make sure you're visible when you come in the office. Our procedure of the month, the thing that we're kind of interested in talking to and educating you about this month is platelet-rich plasma. So platelet-rich plasma is a natural way that we procedure that we use so that we can help you with some of your aches and pains, mainly arthritis or tendinopathies, tendon problems, tennis elbow, shoulder pain, things like that. We can do platelet-rich plasma. And what I do with platelet-rich plasma is I draw your blood out, I mix it with a little bit of blood thinner, and then I spin it out, and then I pull out a layer called the Buffy layer in your blood, and I inject that into places where you have a problem, whether it's a bad joint or something like this. This does take the place of several steroid shots if you're usually getting those, and it's much safer, and it's your own thing. So we use it all the time. I use it for pain management for people who've had a fracture and they're still hurting after the fracture. It works really good for that. People who are not candidates for knee replacement or surgery and they need relief, we try that as a way to help them. And it works really good, and it works for a long time. Like it fixes a lot of things and can give you lots of relief. So if you're interested in that, we offer that service here. You will be able to talk to me and to find out whether you're appropriate for it or not and whether it's right for you. Insurance doesn't cover most of it, okay? But we have it priced out very affordable for most people and much less cost than anybody I've seen for our competition on this deal, okay? It just works good, and it's a good thing for you. Okay, one little pearl I just want to bring out that's kind of interesting, because I hear lots of people talking about the socialization issues that we're having now in America and around the world. We don't talk to people. We don't gather as much as we used to, which is okay, but not okay for a lot of people, okay? And I think some of this has to do with the new stuff that's coming along with COVID and all this weird stuff that's going on that makes people more isolated. One of the really cool tips I have for people around here in Rabun County is Greenville. So I've lived there a couple times, so I know how to get around town and everything. But it is actually an extraordinary town to go to, and it's only just a little bit more than an hour away from here on back roads. And like we went there Saturday afternoon, and there was 20 or 30,000 people downtown. It was a lot of folks. Okay, and I'm not that big on crowds, but I'm not scared of crowds, and honestly, we get plenty of isolation here in Rabun County. You can just sit at my house and nobody's going to show up for a long, long time. So we like to go down there and enjoy the city just for a little bit. Now I like coming home. I'm not wanting to live there or anything. I like to go visit. I like to be around a lot of people, and I like to come home, sleep in my own bed. But the cool thing about it is, and this is the thing that I want to point out, is there was 20,000 people on the road in downtown Greenville. Like, we just like to walk downtown. They have 1,000 restaurants down there. But the most important thing is everybody was fine. Like, there was a lot of people around with a lot of different ages, groups, a lot of different shapes and sizes, colors, ethnic backgrounds. I know there was a lot of Europeans in the crowd where we were walking because I could hear their accents, and I know they've got European companies over in Greenville. Everybody was fine. It was very harmonious, and it looked like everybody was having a great time. I saw a couple of police officers, but all they were doing was just chatting with everybody, walking through and chatting with everybody. So it's a safe, harmonious place that I think you can go visit close to Rabun County, and you get a whole different experience than what you get here in Rabun County. Now, I love Rabun County. I'm going to stay right here, but it is nice to have a place like that where you can go and enjoy some of the nicer things about the city. Like, they got the Peace Center and the River Walk, and there's just all kind of stuff down there. Ice cream everywhere if you want to try it and see. So just a little pearl. Plus, one last little pearl, if you're flying out, the Greenville-Spartanburg Airport is really nice if you can get a direct flight out of there. It's very, very nice, much simpler than going anywhere else to the airport. All right, just my little pearls today. Thank you so much for listening. Call us if you need us here in the office, 706-782-0016. Remember, we just want to talk, see what's going on. Take care.